Hey, it's Camila Stevenson, and around here we talk wealth. And today I want to talk to you about your wealth building capabilities. And I'm looking at the chat and I'm like, whoa, I see I just I sold all my crypto. I'm just watching this comment and started trading options. I told myself that every hold on one second. Let me turn this off. All right, I had to turn that off. Let me put that back up. I wonder why you sold all your crypto. Like, was that an emotional move? Was that a move because you don't like a guy? Um, are you going to regret that? That's what I'm wondering. Is all these different things. If you had a strategy and a game plan to sell all your crypto, that may be one thing. But did you sell all your crypto because you don't like that somebody else is a part of crypto, and you just don't want to have anything to do with somebody who wants crypto? I would say that's not a good reason to sell. Of course it's your portfolio and you have the right to do that. I would have never done that. I could care who's, listen, it's so many people who got crypto. You got good and bad people who are invested in crypto. I'm not going to sell my crypto because somebody I don't like and starts investing in crypto. Um, have a game plan. Have a game plan. If you're gonna sell everything, then have a game plan. Meaning that was part of the plan to sell everything. You know what I mean? Not necessarily like I'm just. And then the other comment I want to make is that you took all your money in options. You lose money in options. Most traders are not profitable. So some of them are, but like literally like 95 or more, maybe 99% of traders are not profitable. They're not. And wealth isn't built from taking profits from option trading, and it's not built from holding even for crypto. And I'm going to talk about that. Listen, like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll share my thoughts a little bit more on that. Everything he said. Uh Everything he touches turns to crap, and his family is deeply that's not a good thing for how's that not a good thing for crypto? It is a good thing for crypto if you ask me. I disagree. I disagree. If you got the White House and the president that's pro crypto, then if you hold crypto and you have him trying to push regulations for this has listen, it's beyond him at this point, you guys. Think about the fact, if it was about him, then crypto would have just existed when he got in office. Crypto have existed for a very long time, even when he wasn't in office. So this has, although he's pushing for it and pushing regulations, that's actually good for people who hold crypto. That's actually good. It doesn't matter what your thoughts are about this man. And yeah, I have a lot of agitations, okay? But when I independently look at just crypto alone, and the Clarity Act that's coming, and you know what, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that probably on Monday, because I don't think people understand what the Clarity Act is and what it's for and how it's going to help crypto. So that's something I definitely want to touch on. You know what I mean? So but it is good for crypto. It doesn't matter if you like them or not. It is good for crypto because and look, they said the title is crazy, and I'll explain why I did write this title, okay? And you'll understand it. So please just bear with me because I feel you, and I wrote the title, and it's a true title, by the way. Just like I could have put anything there. I could have said money doesn't make you rich. I could have said stocks don't make you rich. I could have said the lottery won't make you. I could use a lot of terms, and it's a true statement, and I'll explain it. Um, and I do agree with this, that emotional exits don't age well. And I think when you exit, it needs to be a game plan. So anyway, I hit the ground running because I saw that. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and share the page. And I promise you, if you just keep listening for a moment, I will help you to understand what I mean when I say that crypto does not make you wealthy. And guess what? I own crypto. And I continue to buy crypto. I just bought some crypto yesterday. I've been buying crypto every day, y'all. As a matter of fact, I'm going to share something with you about how long I've had crypto. Okay. About how long I have had cryptocurrency. All right. Again, like and subscribe. Let me do my homework and just say this video is for educational purposes only. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to buy, hold, or sell. Anything I say, again, is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do your own diligence, manage your own expectations, and know that your expectations are yours and yours alone when it comes to crypto or any investments. Okay. My predictions on XRP, I've done a lot of videos. I don't have predictions on XRP. I show how XRP can be utilized and repriced if the need for it increases, especially through an emergency, and if the supply and demand starts to have some, if you start having issues with the supply and demand, right? And so institutions, nobody can tell you technically what XRP will go to. Institutions are going to price it because they're the ones that need it. It was made for them, institutions. Okay. It's not a pump coin. It's not a pump coin. And you know what? I'm going to talk a little bit about that but let me just start here because I think a lot of people are confused about what these cycles are for, what the market is for, you know what I mean? And I think that this needs to be said. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Ma'am, MAAM. Okay. Now, I want to start here and say this because a lot of people think that, again, money is going to make you wealthy. Crypto is going to make you wealthy. Your assets is going to make you wealthy. It's not. Money and all of these things, these resources that you have, they only amplify who you already are. Okay. That's all they do. And the way people are reacting sometimes to the prices when they're like, well, what's this price? Well, what's that price? It tells me it tells me something very, very important, not about the market, but about the mindset. When somebody is glued to the price every single day, panicking when it drops, getting, a rush when it goes up. What's up from Ontario, Canada? That's not investing behavior. I want you to know that is not investing behavior. That is consumption behavior. I know it because I study behavior. And wealth is never built from a consumer mindset. So I don't want to, there are, a lot of people have price updates, but you have to understand you got to understand why some people build wealth over time and others never do. They never do, even when they have access to the same opportunities. A lot of us have access to the same opportunity because I'm going to tell you now, it don't matter whether you sell, whether you get profit, whether you get somebody drop $100 million in your pocket. Okay. Most people will blow it. They're going to blow it. And it's not because of the money. Okay. It's almost like saying we can take 100 people. And if we give 100 people $10 million, do you think that they're all going to do the same thing? Do you think in 10 years, they're all going to be in the same place? Well, if they wouldn't be in the same place, how can you say that money is the real culprit behind wealth? If in that case, it would mean that if whoever you give the same amount of money to, everybody's going to end up the same. But we know that that's not true because crypto and money and stocks and whatever, it doesn't make people rich. It exposes people. Now, like and subscribe if you haven't already. So let me share something really personal because I found out something new about myself today. First of all, I have been in crypto. I had to find out, I actually had to go back into my wallet to find out how long I've been in crypto. See, and this is what, like a lot of people who, the price, it's down. There's when it's going up. What's the price prediction? The best investors are people who don't worry about stuff like that. So I found out I've been in crypto 5 years. 5 years. So much so. Y'all remember when I said I bought Quant? I bought Quant just the other day and I said, I finally bought Quant. Do y'all know I bought Quant? I bought Quant a long time. I didn't even know. You know why I didn't know? Because, and I'm going to tell you the order. The reason why I didn't know is because I have put it off to a long-term wallet that I don't even really pay attention to. I just happened to go back and because when I started investing in cryptocurrency, I wasn't trying to make a quick buck. The same way, like the same way when I started investing in Apple, and the same way I invested in Louis Vuitton, and the same way well, that was last year, GEV, when they went live, and man, they made a killing. But it's the same way the same way I bought real estate. I don't even pay much attention. I just manage the trust and all of that. Like I'm not, because it's long term, right? Why your game is so thick? You, I don't. I just found out today. I literally just found out because I'm long, and that's why I'm. A lot of people like you so calm about it, but I've been calm about it. It's been 5 years, and for some people, it's been 10 years, and that's for crypto, right? And so the first, I looked and found out that the first coin that I bought was, first of all, I bought Bitcoin first. I do know that. Then number two, I bought Ethereum second. I went back to look at the order. Third, I know I bought XRP was number three. Fourth was, what was four? Four was H bar, I believe. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, H bar, ADA, and Quant. Quant was number six. I didn't even know. I didn't even know I had Quant. But that's what I'm trying to explain to you, is that even if, and it's not to say that you don't sometimes make a little money here, and I do option trading. I trade to make money, but that money doesn't make you wealthy. Your mind, I keep telling you, your mindset, and the reason why I know it is because you got multimillionaires. You got people who win the lottery, who win or who have hundreds of millions of dollars and lose it. So it can't be the money. All right. It just cannot be the money. And the thing about it is that what trips people up is this whole idea that money is going to just change your life automatically. It doesn't. If someone has, again, the wrong mindset, they may take profits. They may take profits and buy y'all. I saw it was absolutely despicable, if you ask me. And I hope, I mean, a lot of people watch my videos, but I'm gonna just be honest. There's a mall around where I stay, and I guess there was a new shoe came out. The Jordans or something came out recently. I don't know. I don't follow stuff like that. I follow the businesses, but I'm not following what new shoe dropped and all of this other stuff. I used to be into that. Don't get me wrong. And I have a lot of shoes in my closet that I need to sell. But there was like a viral video where like all of these people was running through the mall to get these brand new shoes. And the people on there like, man, y'all was just complaining about not having no food and no food stamps and stuff when the government shut up, but y'all rushing in there to get some shoes. Consumerism. A person who rushing and running to get some new shoes, and I'm looking at them like, do y'all have any assets? Do y'all own any cryptocurrency? Do you have anything? Do you have an emergency fund? Why y'all running to buy these shoes? Right? If someone has a consumer mindset, if you give them money, they're just going to go buy more stuff. Why? Because the wealth is in their mind. The wealth is in their mind, and the poverty is in their mind. The scarcity is in their mind. That's where it lives. And I don't think people realize it. And that's why I know that somebody says, should sell all your shoes to me. I did a story on my Instagram one time, and I show all the crazy shoes I had. And honestly, it sickens me. Because I've always been an investor, but there was a time I feel like I spent too much. Okay. I've had that problem before, spent too much. And yes, indeed. I mean, when I tell you there was a rushing and running to get these new shoes, and it just, all I could do was shake my head. And I'm like, I wonder how many of those people understand tokenization and blockchain and XRP and how to own Amazon and how to own NVIDIA. I just wonder if you could have a conversation with them about investing. Why they rushing to get some new shoes, to buy something. And it was just outrageous, right? Is that they were doing that they was doing that in the 90s, just fighting and Michael Jordan just sitting back, twiddling his little toes, like somebody said, looking at them like, thank you, making the wealthy wealthier and the poor poorer. And then got the nerve to come back and complain, oh, the wealthy people getting wealthier and we're getting, well, you're because of what you're doing with your own life, because of what you're doing with your own mindset, and then want to have a victimized way of thinking about it. I'm telling you guys, this is all about mindset. If someone has an ownership mindset, they're going to take profits. Even they're going to have a game plan. They're going to take profits when they need to take profits. And then they're going to build systems. Okay. Made in Malaysia. Right. When you go to some of these other countries, some of these expensive bags and stuff, they sell them for $17 somewhere in China. Okay. You could probably go there and load up. All they do is bring that stuff here and stamp their little stitching and stuff on it and then sell it to people who going to buy it for $3,000. Right. So this is why you hear stories of people making millions and millions in crypto and then they lose it all, because it's not about crypto failing them and, oh, I lost this money. Crypto didn't pan out the way I want. They failed to mature into the person who could hold wealth. You must mature and you must elevate and be in alignment with where your resources are. And if somebody hands you over more resources, you have to align your identity in order to sustain wealth building capabilities. And this is important because if you don't build the foundation first, the money doesn't save you. Again, it exposes you. And this is exactly what I'm saying. That's why I named this title, Crypto Don't Make You. It don't. And if you think it do, guess what? You're going to gamble because you think it make you rich. You're going to gamble. But if you understand that mindset is what makes you wealthy, then you're going to invest in that. You're going to spend more time investing in that, understanding that I have creative power and intuitive understanding when it comes to the decisions that I need to make about money. And this is why, and when I say it exposes you, this is also why wealthy people aren't anxious about the day-to-day moves. Like I said, I have crypto I ain't even looked at. Why I'm gonna look at it? It's my long-term bag. I'm being patient about it because I know where the future is. And the more I get educated, the more bullish I am. But I'm bullish towards the future. You guys are looking at the price point every day and, oh, it went up, oh, it went down. Again, that's just somebody trying to make money from a skill set of trading. You can make money a lot of ways, by the way. You can make money editing. You can make money being a content creator. You can make money copywriting. You can make money through a business, selling a product, selling digital products. Okay. There's a lot of ways to make money, but mindset is the one thing that's going to stick if you're going to have wealth building capability. And that's, again, why wealthy people, they're not gambling. They're not chasing. They're not, you got the Warren Buffetts of the world. Do you think that other than the fact, I mean, he's a guru, but do you understand, like when he's back in the day, when he was making his investments, he wasn't worried about tomorrow. Like, oh no, it dropped tomorrow. No, he was probably buying when it dropped. Right. So you got to position yourself, and positioning can often look boring before it looks brilliant. Okay. Now, let me zoom out for a moment. What does that mean? I'm trying to look at that. Look at some of the comments. Because most people are trying to predict. Okay. They're trying to predict what's going to happen next. That's why it's like, what's your price prediction? What's the prediction of this next pump or this next coin? What is it going up to? Is the market going up? Is it going down? Is it going to crash? Is it going to rally? But people who build wealth do not spend their time predicting outcomes. They prepare for scenarios. And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, is how to prepare for scenarios. Think about how systems work in the real world, right? You don't wait until there's an emergency to build hospitals. Can you imagine? Like, oh, we're going to wait till a lot of people sick and just crowded and backed up before we think of an idea to build a hospital. You're not going to wait until there's a traffic jam to widen the highways. You're not going to wait until a storm hits to think about shelter. All right. You prepare for these things. You prepare before the stress shows up. And I love it. Say, that's my golden ticket, XRP. And just have a plan for it. Have a plan for it if it's your golden ticket, and continue to get educated about it if it's your golden ticket. But when systems are under pressure, people are not necessarily, again, asking about the price. They're asking what is working, what's working, right? Subscribe if you haven't. Like the video if you're on here. What is going to work? The old system, you guys, if you follow some of my videos, there are some limiting factors that's happening with the old system, the old banking system. And XRP is a solution asset. This is why I keep saying XRP is not a speculation play. You guys are waiting for a pump. This is more than a pump. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I have a friend that has 2,000 XRP on Robinhood account. Should she take it off Robinhood and put it in a cold wallet? If I were her, I would take it off as soon as possible. I would not be leaving that on Robinhood of all places. No. And for some of you guys, I'm scared that, like, even when euphoric hits and prices move and stuff, that stuff could get stuck, and you know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of nervous about, now there's some good and bad for exchanges. If you want to you want to liquidate really fast, then an exchange is good. But I would start moving, because if it's on an exchange, Robinhood owns it technically. You don't own it until you take it off and you put it on a cold wallet. And remember, when you buy a cold wallet, and this is so true. This just happened to me yesterday, y'all. Because somebody was on in my membership, they said they had bought a cold wallet from Amazon. Should they use it? I said, absolutely not. No third party Amazon, no third party, nothing. You don't buy no, because you don't know. I'm a little conspiracy theorist. My dad made me like that. And that, in my mind, somebody could have took it, activated something on it, then sent it out to you. They could be, drop shipping it to you so that you can put, no. You got to buy it from the actual website. Now, yesterday, what are the best cold wallets? Well, you got like Ledger from ledger.com. You got Tangem, Tangem. You got Trezor. You got Descent. There's a lot of different ones. Let me put this up there. Wait, where did it go? Yeah. Tangem Ring, cold wallet. They have a Tangem. Yeah, I was a little worried about that, but it's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool that they got the Ring. But yeah, you can have there's different ones. I like Tangem. I got a new cold wallet because I buy different ones. And yesterday, and it from the actual site, and it had the 2 stickers on there, and it says, if this sticker is broken or anything, don't use, right? But I think when I opened it up, you know how you do something and you don't remember if you did it. I think when I opened it up, I put my nail and kind of created like a little like break in it. And then just like that, I couldn't remember if I did that real quick or not. And so then I saw the little line and I was like, I got to buy another one. I don't care if I did it or not. I got to look at the stickers now on both sides and make sure that I don't even touch it. But I think I did kind of run my nail through there. And just because of that, I was like, no way, I'm not using it. I just will have to buy another one and don't even care. Right. And so I was like, because I was about to move some stuff into that particular cold wallet. But be very careful. Make sure you buy it from the site. If it's Tangem, Tangem.com. If it's Ledger, Ledger.com. Be very careful. I love it. Waiting on my Tangem. And then put it on more than one, because they can give you more than one card. So don't just have one Tangem card. You need to have more than one. Okay. So thank you so much, Lance Underwood. You are so generous. I appreciate everything you guys do. You guys are amazing. I'm almost to 100,000, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. And so I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I am very grateful that you guys are here learning, and it just does, it does so much to my heart. So I appreciate that. Now, XRP, let me get back to this. XRP is a solution asset. And one of the most important things you got to understand is that you don't have to believe a crisis is coming to recognize that the world is preparing for stress in the financial industry. Thank you, Tiffany. You're always here learning and growing. I love it. I love to see it. Right. So I want y'all to pay attention. I want you guys. Hey, Coach B, what's up? I want y'all to pay a close attention to what is happening, right? We are seeing across the entire world, we're seeing governments updating financial rules. We're seeing regulatory or regulators writing clearer frameworks, okay, for financial institutions. We're seeing institutions positioning for faster settlement. That's what they want. It's the solution. We see in banks exploring tokenization and on-chain rails. I mean, man, y'all, this should tell you something. It tells you the system knows it cannot keep operating the old way forever. So are you going to bet on the new way or against the new way? Are you going to not participate because you don't like that the president is participating? Let's put that stuff aside and let's see where this thing is going. All right. Let's see where blockchain and tokenization is going, right? Instead of, oh, is this gonna pump? XRP gonna pump? When is ETH gonna pump? When is Quant gonna pump? When is Shiba? Well, that's a meme coin. I like Shiba though, by the way. I got Shiba. Okay. Actually, I had a low limit order on Shiba, just not to, and I don't recommend any meme coins right now. But I had a order and it failed, you know what I mean? But I had placed it so long ago. But we got to understand, why would a system invest years in building something it doesn't intend to use? Can you answer that question? Why would a system invest years building something it doesn't intend to use? This stuff has usage. It's use case scenario. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys are so kind today. I guess y'all giving me some early Christmas gifts. I appreciate it. And so we got to start preparedness. Listen, preparedness, we got to get prepared, because it always looks unnecessary until it's essential. Then you're going to be one, dang, I should have been preparing. I should have been doing this and that. And, no. It doesn't arrive with a tamper seal. What this particular one that I had, it was sealed on both sides. And it said, don't open unless, if there's any cracks or anything. And I don't think I read it first. I was just, about to open it. And I think I put my nail in there. Tangem is cards. So I don't think they come with a seal. I think they just come in a pack form or whatever, because I have some too. And I'm trying to remember how it came, but I don't think it came with a seal. But just make sure you're doing it off of tangem.com. Okay. And so, listen, a lot of investors are going to miss this. They're going to miss the preparation. Okay. This is just where they miss it. You know what I'm saying? Is that they want this confirmation of price, but the price is going to come after the function is needed. The timing of it being needed depends. In an emergency case, which I went over in my Japanese reverse carry trade, go back and watch the video. That's an emergency case, and that can reprice things. It's not that I don't trust the Tangem ring. I work out a lot. I do MMA, right? So I'm kickboxing and stuff and I don't want to have to worry about all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm already wearing the Aura ring. You know what I mean? So, I work out, I lift weights, I'm fighting all throughout the week. I spar, I do kickboxing. And so it's kind of difficult for me. So I didn't want to get it. Right. And so, yeah, don't get anything on Amazon. No third party, nothing. I told the guy, I said, don't, if I was you, I wouldn't use it. You know what I'm saying? Send it back. But here's where I don't want you guys to lose balance. This is what I want to let you guys know in a practical way. The markets, again, they're not going to reward always who's going to react the fastest. What am I looking for? It's going to always reward people who are positioned the longest. That's why I'm telling you, if you're just getting in, you need to think out. I'm sorry to tell you. And even if you are like, okay, well, I got some where I can take profits because you have enough positioning in there at a short period of time, you still got to have some conviction about where is this is my daughter on here. Let me put her I see her on here. She using my other daughter's phone. It's my daughter. Her name is Nyla. Hi, Nyla. I love you so much, baby. Oh, guys, my daughter just bought some XRP. My daughter and my son just bought their own XRP. Okay. I told them they better get their own, because they ain't going to be coming up behind me trying to get some of mine. Right. They got their own XRP and they just purchased it yesterday. Right. So love you, Coach Bree. I love you, baby. That's my other daughter. They're on the same phone. But I want to help to get you guys looking long, because even if you take profits and again, you make a little bit of money, what are you going to do with that money? Are you going to, and I think they talking to you, Nyla, are you going to, what is this? I don't know what question this is. My question is, are you going to reinvest that money back in? Thanks. We're going to rock on Monday. I'm going to meet with the members on Monday. Are you going to reinvest that money back into your wealth building strategy? Okay. Because it's again about your positioning it should not involve just emotional actions. It needs to involve a game plan, right? And positioning, it doesn't mean that you're all in on just one idea. And now there are some people that's like, I'm all in on one thing, right? I'm not like that. I diversify. But what it does mean is that you understand why you are owning something and what role it plays over time. You got to understand that. A lot of frustration in markets comes from one simple mismatch, and that is people say they're long term, but they think short term. That's what's happening, right? I appreciate you. Got some members coming on here. Thank you so much. Your video on being my own bank was life-changing. Crypto IRA started to accumulate 5 utility coins. Oh, I love it. XRP, SHX, XLM. What would your last 2 be? My last 2, what would it be? I love HBAR. Man, there's so many different coins that I would want to put in. XDC. And I'm saying that because I actually have that in mind. And I think I got about those same ones like XRP, SHX. Well, I don't have SHX in my Roth IRA, but these are the ones I have in my Roth. XLM, I have XDC in my Roth. I might have a little bit of HBAR in my Roth as well. But I got a lot of coins, you guys. Welcome to the membership. All right, so but yeah, I love HBAR. And as a matter of fact, like I said, oh yeah, XDC and Quant. Yeah, that would be really good. And remember, HBAR was my fourth purchase. Okay. So I didn't even know. I got Ondo, I got a lot, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I opted out of ADA since the split. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to have all of them, just the ones that you believe in. And I love to see this. I'm super long term because you got to be long term, guys. That's where the frustration and people, I'm long term, but they think short term. They thinking of pumps and stuff. And again, it's okay to make money. It's okay to take a profit. I never tell you that. But what are you doing with it? That's a mindset thing, right? And so you say you long term, you think short term, and then you expect immediate validation, right? And then you expect the price to now confirm your beliefs, and that's the only way you buy into it. And then when that don't happen, that's when you get anxious. That's when you, I'm selling everything. Like the guy said, he sold everything. And I'm like, dang, did you sell off of emotion just because you frustrated, or was that part of the plan? Because I keep telling y'all, things don't end wrong, they start wrong. You got to start thinking from the end and understand why you're getting in. And that's why I started off thinking, when I first started purchasing, I'm like, I'm long, right? And I'm telling you, long-term investors right now, even in certain utility coins, the ones that's going to be the ones that have adoption, they don't need daily confirmation. I guarantee you they don't. Why? First of all, they're buying the dip. What they need is clarity. Okay. That's all you need is clarity. Clarity about what you own, why you own it, and what problems it solves. That's enough clarity for me. That's enough. Right. And that's why understanding things like regulation and legal framework and how financial systems evolve actually matter more sometimes than just watching the chart day by day by day. Watching the chart is for sure for, taking profit. But when you in it long term, you got to look at other stuff. I appreciate you. You gave me something else. Is that, thank you so much, you guys. You guys are so sweet. Right. And so XRP, new member, I see you. It was somebody else in here. I was trying to get to regulations. Let's see. If people can't last through this maturation phase, regulations, infrastructure, utility, which will be a few, you'll be rewarded massively later on. And I believe that to be true. You guys, if you're only the loan people are going, when I tell you, I guarantee you some of these people going to meet together and party on yachts after they're going to have champagne problems is what they call it, right? And so they're going to be meeting up, wealth building, strategizing, hiring new lawyers, building their personal infrastructure, right? When these laws change, it's going to change everything. When rules get written, institutions are going to move. And when these institutions move, markets are going to follow this same system, right? That's why I keep emphasizing, get educated. I'm not saying it because it sounds good. I'm telling you because it stabilizes you. Some people need to be stabilized in this market. If you understand where things are headed, you're not going to get shaken out by every pullback. You ain't going to feel the pressure to chase, and people going to be FOMO and in and everything, right? You ain't going to feel the need to do something every time the market moves. Like it's you in a waiting game. And the truth is that most people don't lose money because they pick the wrong asset. They lose money because they lose themselves in the process, right? They abandon their patience. They abandon discipline. This is why I'm talking to you about this. They have abandoned the plan that brought them there. You got to get a plan together, right? Wealth is not about perfection. Y'all not going to time the top or the bottom. I'm sorry to tell you. But if you just be patient, I'm telling you, you got a better chance than somebody trying to gamble and make money, time the top, time the bottom, all of this other stuff. It's not built by being perfect, y'all. It's built by staying aligned, even when things are not feeding your emotions. That's what the price point does. It just feeds your emotions. And I keep saying this. If you were convicted enough to buy on top, why you and you were thinking maybe potentially like this thing will go somewhere, then why wouldn't you buy at the bottom? If you invested in this and you like it and you did it at the top, why wouldn't you buy it at the bottom? Right? So listen, we are talking about first time, long time. Yeah. What do you think about XRP ETF? What do I think about it? I like it. You know what I mean? I like Canary's ETF. And I think it's good for a lot of people, especially for people who are, thank you so much. Look at you. I just love you. You show up, you prick my heart. She's one of my members, guys, in one of my coaching groups. And she shows up every time. I mean, she is putting it down. I believe in giving back. It's small. Hey, it's not small to me. It's not small to me. Merry Christmas to me. I'm about to buy me some more cryptocurrency. You just made me super wealthy. Think about when I think about putting in $10 in cryptocurrency, I'm thinking about what this $10 gonna get to, right? See, that's all about investment when you put it in the right place. So trust me, you guys are making me very wealthy right now. Maybe I'll loan my daughter $2. So listen, we are XRP ETFs. I like XRP ETFs. I think some people, a lot of this stuff can be difficult for some people. Well, what is the blockchain? How do I move it from the storage to the cold storage? And what is all of this and all of it? It's complicated for some people. So I think, and you can put it in your retirement and your brokerage account. So I think some people should expose themselves through ETFs. And I just happen to have my own. I'm very kind of tech savvy in a sense, so I know how to do all of that. Look, y'all laughing at me because I say I'm gonna let my daughter do too. And every dollar matters, right? Like XRP is under $2, and she had gave me a little bit of money to for some XRP. Then she like cash at me $2 more. And people think, oh, what's that two? That's one XRP. Like, and then you got to think about what that could be in the past. I mean, in the future. From the past to the future. And then you got to understand what compounding effects happen. And then you got to understand there could be yield in the future. And then you got to understand about collateral you could borrow against, right? And so with ETFs, you can also borrow against, right? You can leverage it. And so, yeah, for people who don't, it's like, it's too much for them to think about and wondering about the cold wallet and the exchange and stuff. And especially if they're older and they, you know what I mean? And they can just, and they can put it right in their brokerage. So basically, these cryptocurrencies are now exposed to brokerage accounts. I love it. I absolutely love it. Right. So it's options. You got options, right? And for some people, that's their option. Now, I do like holding the actual coin, and there's a lot of reasons why I would say you should hold the actual coin. But for a lot of people, that's a great start. Okay. Yeah, and yeah, you'll be able to borrow against your crypto as well. You know what I'm saying? So, but some people are like, that's why, Fidelity, some people are the traditional route. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I think cryptocurrency, blockchain, tokenization is really complicated to a lot of people. And so sometimes you just, ETFs are wonderful. And I love ETFs. I'm gonna tell you another reason why I love it is because it helps with the supply and demand, the supply shock. It helps to lock some of that stuff up because at some point when it's needed, There will be a supply shock. There's not a lot left on the OTC and the dark pools, and the ETFs are taking some of that. And if something like BlackRock come out and they have an ETF in their in whatever ETF they come out with, and I'm not saying they will or won't, I'm just saying if they did, man, that's gonna take even more. So I love it. I love it. All right, I love it. Why do you prefer to hold the coin over? Just because of all of the different use cases, all of the different options that you have for the actual coin. And I think I walked through some of this in some of my videos. I know BlackRock don't play. These are allowed. Yeah, yep. Yeah, they're gonna allow the reason why is because of the flexibility that you're gonna have. Like there are banks now. See, the banks, they came in too late a little bit. They're gonna want you to hold some of your coins and your stable coins and stuff, and they're gonna be competing. There's gonna be a lot of competition with yields. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of there's so much you can wrap it. You can wrap your XRP and flow. You can't do that with an ETF. Like me particularly, I wrapped some of my XRP, locked it on the blockchain, and and I wrapped it in Flare, and so I'm using it, and I'm getting yield off of it right now. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think because of the options, but I do think it's not a this or that, it's a this and that. I think for some people, the ETFs can fit into their life, into their plan, into their wealth, you know what I'm saying, capabilities, and they may not, if this stuff may be too much for them, and if it's too much and it's too discouraging, they're not going to get the cryptocurrency. So if that's the best way for them to get it, then I think by all means they should get it. And so I love the ETFs for that. I like them for different reasons. Okay. So, but it's not, I never think as this or that or that. I'm like, I get this and that, you know what I mean? I like both of them, honestly. But I particularly think that there may be more options in the future to really, if you hold the actual, because I think you'll be able to lend it out. Think about that. I think you'll be able to create your own shadow bank. So those are all things also when you hold the actual coin, you know what I mean? You'll be able to lend it out to people and make money. It's just going to be so many different ways you can stake it. And I mean, there's just so many, the opportunities are like endless. It's going to be like a rocket ship. And guess what? You know, if it's somebody riding a horse and buggy, just walking by, you can hop on that real easy. But when a rocket ship is ready to take off, you ain't gonna be able to hop on so quick. And that's why I say positioning matters, and people need to get in. They don't need to get in when it's taking off like a rocket ship. You know what I mean? In the future, whatever that looks like, whatever time it is, this thing it's brewing. It's brewing. Follow the liquidity, follow the infrastructures, follow the whales, the institutions, the banks, even now. Like there's a lot happening, right? There is a lot happening. If and when Vanguard and Blackguard, yeah, like you got people coming on, they like, we might want to rethink this. Even Vanguard saying that they would never offer cryptocurrency to their customers. And then now they're offering it through ETF. That's a game changer. That is a game changer. Thank you so much, Rick Johnson. Y'all is making me rich. Don't be doing this while my daughter is watching this live, because she's going to be up in here asking me for some money, y'all. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Rick Johnson. Yeah. So you think Jake has ties to BlackRock? Hey, who knows? It might be some NDA signed. Yeah. All right. So I really just wanted you, I need you guys to be sober and to really have a plan. This is deeper than just money and crypto again. And that's why I say it doesn't make you rich. And see, even anybody who would get upset at that is already looking for this resource to make them rich. It doesn't make you rich. Your mindset does. There are people who start with nothing and become much wealthier than people who get stuff handed to them, right? So it's not about that. And listen, a lot of what I've learned, everything we talked about, the patience, the preparation, understanding systems, this way of thinking, it just doesn't come by accident, y'all. It's learned. And a lot of what I've been learning and stuff, and how I've been growing and developing in the way I think about a lot of stuff is, and how I've been shaped to think about markets and cycles and liquidity, comes from Stock Up University. It is a tremendous, tremendous program. I'm telling you, so much brilliance is in that program. He got experts on there, and you will learn technical analysis in crypto cycles and the stock market, indices. I mean, business ownership. I mean, you're going to learn everything from A to Z, much better than any financial university. I'm telling you, it is golden, right? I appreciate this so much. I appreciate this. I'm trying to get the information out to you all. And so if you use the link in the description, use the code EARN, the discount will be running out soon. I know it's still a Christmas discount, but it will be running out shortly. So if you want to get it and you don't want to wait to go back to the regular price, get it now, right? I'm still going back through a lot of the trainings. I revisit the material because the goal is not to just make money, y'all. The goal is to become a better investor. I'm telling you. So the link is in the description for that. And if you want to join my coaching program, that's when we do hands-on coaching. We look at your portfolio, we build out a game plan, we help you with mindset. I am upgrading that. I'm putting more intelligent, brilliant videos, adding resources, adding help, just adding value altogether. I'm actually about to hop off and make some more videos for that, as a matter of fact. But the link is in the description for that as well. We are updating everything for 2026, and we're gonna be working on building wealth, sustaining wealth, growing it, learning how to leverage it. I mean, it's going to be amazing, right? And you got to work on your life and your mind, your body, your soul, all of it, because you are the one stewarding that money. Again, the money is not the problem. It is you. You will self-sabotage. You will get in the way of your own self, okay, before anybody else will, okay? So I want to make sure you have those resources available. Thank you so much. And I will be back on. Thank you so much. See, we got one. Yeah. She's in the coaching program and she is killing it. All right. We are loving it. And there's so much more to come, especially for 2026. I will be back on Monday because I think I do want to help you to understand some of the future and some of the regulations and stuff. And I really want y'all to understand what you own or what you're participating in if you choose to do so. Again, no financial advice. Everything I say is for educational purposes only. You got to do your own due diligence. Thank you so much, July Rain. Why can't Ripple back custody our XRP? When you say, I think that's what you're trying to ask, right? Say that sentence one more time for me so I can make sure that Ripple, just so you know, XRP and Ripple are not the same, right? So it's not, and maybe that question probably assumes I think that's what you're asking, but XRP and Ripple are not the same. And sometimes even when people talk about, Ripple and XRP, they talk about them as if they're the same. Remember, that was what the court case of the SEC was all about, is that Ripple is XRP is not a security. Like a security is like a stock, Amazon. Like, so Amazon can back Amazon shares because you're investing in the actual company and the CEO who runs the company. They're connected, right? Ripple and XRP are not the same. It is not a security. XRP is not a security. It's a liquidity asset that's operating more like a commodity. So it's almost like saying, why can't a company back gold? Like, you know how gold is a commodity? Like, it's not connected to a CEO, a business. When you own XRP, you don't own Ripple. You don't own anything to do with them. They could have a good quarter. They could have a bad quarter. They could do whatever. There's no ownership there. So they're not backing it because they're not the same. Okay, if that makes sense. Now that's their native coin, but you're not buying into Ripple. And so Ripple can't back you because you don't own Ripple. Okay. Now, if you own a company, then yes, of course, because you're owning into the company, you own shares in that company. So yeah, the CEO in the business has to back because you own shares in that company. It's like, again, the only way I can describe it is like, thank you so much. It's like gold. It's like saying why can't somebody back gold? Gold is a commodity. Okay. It's in and of itself a commodity. XRP is a liquidity asset. It's meant to solve problems. It's meant to move value cross border with speed. Okay. And Ripple. And so some people still have not understood that Ripple is a private company. It's not connected to XRP. And that was what the whole court case was about, because they was trying to prove that it was a security. And it was like, Ripple's like, no, it's not a security. If you own Ripple, you don't own us. Okay. Ripple will still work outside of us. It is a liquidity asset. Okay. It is there. So they can't back it. They're not the same. Okay. So, yes, hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to keep you updated on what it is that we have coming ahead of us. I think that the future is so bright. I think 2026 is about to be off the chain. We still have the Japan reverse carry trade that could be panning out. We still have oil. I didn't even talk about Venezuela. I think there's some, of course, that whole thing has everything to do with oil and not like, oh, the criminal activity and stuff. So, yeah, yep. XRP is a commodity, digital gold as of last week. So that's what people, and I think people are still looking at XRP as if it's a stock. It's not, right? It is not a security. There is no ownership in a business there. So is when you have ownership in a business, it's like, oh, you're looking at the quarterly earnings and the PE and how to and the innovation, and are they including AI, and you're looking at all of these other things that could move the price. This isn't that. There's a use case. It's a commodity, right? It's a liquidity asset, and banks they need it. Okay, banks and institutions need it. All right. So yes, I do. I do invest in silver and gold. I have silver and gold, and silver has done amazing this year. Matter of fact, silver and gold has done amazing this year. So that is important. Somebody said I was AI. Y'all, I be fighting with people because they tell me I'm AI on my lives. I'm like, I'm right here. I'm like, I think I was there with her when she was like talking. They argue down that I'm AI. It's so funny. Like they really think I'm AI. Like I'm on here going back and forth like an AI. That's some great AI, man, that can engage like this. That's crazy. And no, my pre-recorded videos are me. But it's so crazy. Of course I have to edit and stuff like that. So that may be that may be what you see. And you do your editing or whatever. And I try to sometimes as a content creator, you have to do your own stuff to get videos out quick. If you got to roll your stuff over and have somebody else doing it and do it, you know what I'm saying? You got to edit it, you got to do this, then it will take much longer. And I really try to get the information out. So I got people under my comments that be like, this is AI, y'all, this is AI. And I'm like, I'm just cracking up, but it is what it is. I ain't trying to change nobody's beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Because their beliefs are because of other reasons beyond me. You know what I mean? So it has to do with everybody else. Oh, I thought you was serious. Okay, he said he was just messing with me. Okay. But she's a real person. Yeah, I got them right here in my room. Too smart to be AI. I love it. It was here it is. He was just but it's really people who be saying that in my comments. They be going back and forth. Planet Chill One, I appreciate you. I believe ZBCN just became ISO 2022 compliant. Also, do you cover information for filing crypto? Yeah. I do in my coaching. Yep, I do in my coaching on how to best file crypto. Yeah, it's all about capital gains and how you're using your crypto, if you're holding it, if you're borrowing against it. So I go through all of that in my coaching program for sure. Yeah, so I'm missing a lot of questions, but I'll be back on live on Monday. I'm sorry. I got a lot of questions going on here. I like Kraken. That's one place I do like. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. I'm not Creole, but I like it that you think I am. All right. Most of these people I try. I get it. All right. We would need AI after black MMA black eye. I hope I don't get no black eyes. I'll be like, y'all don't mess me up too much because I gotta go on live and they're gonna think somebody been beating on me. I know you're not financial about, but I'm looking at one more question. I know you're not finding, but based on everything that you see, do you think that your average it would be wild? I do. I wouldn't have told my kids to. But again, I'm long too on XRP, right? I'm not like waiting tomorrow for it to pump. I do go through in my reverse carry trade how XRP could get to higher price digits by being repriced. But a lot of things would have to happen for that to happen. But it doesn't matter because the future is still the future for XRP, and banks and institutions need it. And that's why they're actually accumulating it. That's why there's going to be a supply shock because people are they're loading up. They're loading up hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's already, and in Japan's economy, a lot of it is already integrated. They've already tested it and everything. Like it is going to be very much so needed if you just follow the liquidity and follow the infrastructure that's being built around it. Thank you so much, Real Narrative. I appreciate you. It is going to be amazing. Like, so again, nothing I say is financial advice for educational purposes only, but I would buy, and I just bought some this week, and I will continue to buy. And y'all know, I love that it's under $2. When it started going up to $1.90, I said, man, I thought this was going to come down to 150. I would love to see it come down, honestly, just because I know the future of it, and I'm not in it for a quick pump. But y'all know I've been trying to buy it under $2. Okay. And I am so happy it came back. And I'm so happy I wasn't buying it all the way at $3.50. I'm so happy my patience paid off. Right. So thank you so much, everybody. I see all your wonderful comments. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Bruce Stammers. All right, I'll be back on Monday. I'm gonna let you guys get to the rest of your day. I'm gonna do some more recording. I got to change and everything. Yeah, finish up the day. But I just wanted to come on and tell you guys to just continue to be patient in the process. And as always, stay wise, stay wealthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.